Hey, what's up, friends? Ray with Doc at 10 Works. How y'all doing? I'm out here in my new shop in Texas, and we're getting close. We're getting real close to getting videos back full time, turning, and getting out quality content. This move was a lot longer than I thought, a lot more drawn out. I think I've just been in a slump. It's new city, new house. Everything's really stressful. Fort Worth, Dallas, Fort Worth, whatever you want to call it, is a lot more fast paced, a lot more crowded than the Detroit area. Man, I just get home from work burnt out from dealing with the traffic and just the sheer amount of people, man. It's way different than Michigan. I lived here 8 years ago. And that's probably most of the reason why I moved up to Michigan from here in North Richland Hills. Was just the sheer amount of traffic and people, man. It was tough. It was tough living here, and it's tough living here again. It's, man, there's a lot of people. I'm kind of a solo, lone wolf type guy, and I'm just having to deal with so much traffic and stress and all that stuff. But I got some progress in the shop. The Oneway 2436 is set up pretty much. It's still, I don't have it bolted to the ground. This is a trial position to see if I like the layout of the shop. I will have my Rikon midi lathe back here. And it's actually going to have an extension out to here and an extension over here. And then this one will primarily be set up if anybody wants to come over and join me, or for spindle work. So you don't have to run a small little honey dipper or a top on a big old machine like that. You could just come over to the smaller machine and run it, keep the belt in the high range, or I could even set up a Beal buffing system right here and just have it full-time buffing or part-time spindle work, part-time buffing layout, all that good stuff. Got the belt sander back here. I use this a lot for making spatulas and spoons and stuff like that. Okay, this whole area over there is still a train wreck. You got to forgive me on that. When I first moved in, you can see chainsaw stuff hanging on the wall. I was going to have my chainsaw over there, but I figured I'd just get it out of here in general. Brought in a lot of blanks, man. These were all just sitting outside cracking into oblivion. So this is a lot of stuff that I brought down from Michigan to Texas. Okay, there's really no Texas wood up here. I think I just put 2 pieces up here yesterday that I messed around with a little bit. But yeah, this is all what I brought back from Michigan with me. Bunch of roughed out bowls and a bunch of quarter sawn boards and a bunch of blanks with stuff to do. Here's most of my turning stuff. This was where I had a lot of sanding and just odds and ends. We'll have to come through this eventually and fine tune it. This is my sharpening station. I got it mounted on a toolbox, a rolling toolbox. And so I kept that open top and the drawers open, and everything got full of shavings and dusty, and it was just bad. So I'm going to try and do a little bit better housekeeping, especially because that has the nice auto closing drawers and stuff. But we're going to try and be a little bit more organized. Y'all know I'm a train wreck, and it is what it is, but I'm going to try and upkeep a little bit better. New tray, new storage stuff. This is my tool wall in progress. I got another 2 pieces of PVC pipe that I need to cut up and mount on there and get all my tools unpacked. I'll probably put my one-way coring system on the back side. There's more wood up there. Here's our dust collection. We're probably going to put it here because I usually put the air scoop right here for collecting dust while I'm dusting. 220 is hooked up in the shop now, and it's on a cool little thing here. So if I ever upgraded to a 220 bandsaw or something, I could just pull this out. It's on a 50-foot cord and take it between whatever tools I needed. I've got power drop down here, so this will probably run, you know, the dust collector. I do have a wind dust collector too for assorted stuffs. I need to get my air compressor where I need it to be. Bandsaw needs a lot of work. It's got a wobble on it. I think I messed up putting the tires on, because once I put new tires on it, it hasn't run the same. So I need to tune that up. There's a bunch of that pallet wood that I told you about in a video not too long ago, breaking it down on the bandsaw. See, it's all rectangular and has nail holes in it. But once you square it up and you cut the pith out of it, it's fantastic wood. So there's a steady rest that y'all haven't even seen yet. Just picked up a small little drill press so I could start doing 2 1/8 inch Forstner bits to start out in a recessed mortise in my 2-inch shark jaws. So yeah, this is a shop. Look, it's got a bathroom. Isn't that cool? All I need to do is put a little bed up there, and then the wife will never see me again, right? For checking out this the shop with me, and like I said, I hope to be getting back turning full time, getting some new turning videos out for y'all. Maybe doing a couple of more how-to type videos for, like, you know, y'all want to see how I sharpen my tools, what I use to sharpen them with, setting up lathes, you know, a bunch of how-tos. I think one where I could really go on and do a good one is, you know, top 10 Harbor Freight tools for wood turning. You know, stuff like that. That's not just fluff, and it's not just me turning a bowl again and again and again and again. You know, but we'll get things squared away and we'll get back to turning, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. And make sure to like, share, subscribe, and please leave me comments on what you think. You know, and please share the videos to whatever, you know, social media groups you're in, and help get the content out there. And, you know, let's get this channel back on track. All right, friends, thanks.